Second semifinal, we have TTV against QLASH. Sableye, Ninetales, Mime, Trenata, and Urshifu for TTV. Looking very interesting. I'm liking what I'm seeing. And for QLASH, we have a Dodrio, Mamoswine, really tough, Pikachu, and Glaceon. Honestly, both team comps look pretty interesting. I feel like Trenata might be missing a bit of support, but the Mime is there too, the Sableye. Let's see how it does. And then the Urshifu, I'm always a fan of Urshifu. No tanks on the side of of TTV, but I mean, Trenata is a tank in late game. Trenata does turn into a tank. Mime is also quite decent tanky, so it's not too bad. We have Indy on Sableye, Retsu playing the Urshifu, Lutano on Trenata with Razor Claw, Weakness Policy, and Focus Band. Very interesting build. No Rapid Fire Scarf, no Muscle Band. That is one Trenata build I have not seen before. Pikachu, Muscle Band, Focus Band, Body Barrier. That looks very standard. Besides that, most things look very normal. Rapid Fire Scarf on Mamoswine. For QLASH Stark. So we're heading straight into game 1. Let's see what the Sableye is doing. Already sprinting towards the enemy side. It's gonna look for this invade. Eevee is very weak early game, so as long as QLASH doesn't realize anything is happening, this Eevee is gonna have a terrible time. But no, he actually doesn't invade. He just helps his Urshifu out in jungle, making sure that he doesn't get invaded. And now he makes it over. Okay, now Indy is running over to the right side after helping out a bit. Has the X speed popped, but really tough is here to defend the enemy entrance from a jungle invade. So Glaceon just picking up the Baltoys in the back to get level 4 ready for the Icy Wind to make it easier for them to claim the buff afterwards. But Indy's still around. Can he go for this blue buff? I think he can. No, Icy Wind, there we go. Thanks to the Baltoys first. We have the Icy Wind now for the Glaceon and is able to get this last hit quite easily. And now Sableye is just wasting time. I feel like really tough shouldn't even be chasing this too much, but yeah. He's still chasing. Sonic does not want to let go of the Sableye. Popway, yeah, he just keeps on running. I'm not sure if I like this play. Otter and bot on the Ninetales. Only level 3, doesn't have the Ninetales yet. Needs a bit more experience to evolve. And really tough still chasing around. He's still chasing around. Mamoswine goes in, Stark looking for Otter, but gets the evolution done, so he's going to drop some damage, but he's going to fall. First blood for QLASH on bot. And now they're going to try and dive Sakura. Tackle goes in, the auto attacks are there, and 2. Oh, wow. Yeah, they also KO the Mr. Mime. And they're going to score. That's 63 points going for QLASH. Tempo looking now for top as well. Retsu's also dropping very low. Has to eject button away. Next boost, the auto attack is almost back up, and he's going to go for it. And he doesn't get it, but the try attack into next auto attack is able to claim another KO also for the top side of QLASH. They're going to score some points, 82 in total now already. So great early game for QLASH. Tempo's also going to pick up this last hit. Retsu goes down on bot again. And so the game is not great. Indy also gets caught. Dodrio making stuff happen. Pikachu also for the double KO on bot side. Wow, what is... QLASH is completely destroying this game right now in this early game. Lutano stuck on level 6. I mean, I really don't know. He was landing bot right now. Where was he even? He was jungling after Urshifu got 5, right? Yes. Has pretty bad early game, so it's going to take a while for him to get to level 9. It's going to take a while. And QLASH just has such strong early game. Really tough is amazing early game. Dodrio, Mamoswine, Pikachu, all amazing early game Pokemon. It's very hard for a Larvitar, Pupitar to actually get something done. Otter looking for level 6, wants his Veil for the Rapid Fire Scarf synergy. And now Tempo's looking for top again. So Wigglytuff is running in, but it's get dodged by the big blow. Unstoppable. But he might just fall. He gets Glaceon Night Move and just dies. They're going to score more points up here. They're going to break this goal. 17, 25, 30 even going now. 21 over cap. That is 168 points already. 168 points. Already scored for QLASH. Complete domination so far. Indy's looking for the Shell Sneak auto attack. And he's going to get Void Ticket and just dies. Most likely, yes. Pikachu claims his KO. Regice, though, finally gets picked up by TTV, getting at least one thing done. And they're going to have to make their way to top now to defend the push. So Sakura already recalling. They couldn't stop this recall. Would have been huge otherwise. And Wigglytuff is running in. Lutano's level 9 now. Okay, now Lutano can start playing the game. Is he Sandtomb or Ancient Power? He is Sandtomb. Goes for the Sandtomb Dark Woods combo, which I've been a big fan of. Very, very strong combination. Wigglytuff getting slap, getting confused rate, and slapping his own teammates. which is quite annoying because the boost auto takes stuns, right? So Confuse Ray can actually stun 2 targets at the same time. If you Confuse Ray's Mamoswine or Confuse Ray's the Wigglytuff, then 2 people get stunned. Andy looking for Anemo. But he's totally fine. Icy wins away. And we have another Taria spawn in 5 seconds. Both teams are looking for something on bot, but they're also rotating towards mid now. Lutano is fighting someone there. Is fighting Dojo, and Wigglytuff has the Night Move now. It's going to start stomping the ground. Wigglytuff is dropping quite low, and they actually get Wigglytuff. That's the first KO for TTV. Retsu, not level 9 yet. He's going to fall to the Icy Wind damage. There's no chance of living. Electro Ball lands onto 2, but I can't really follow it up by much more damage. So TTV does find 1 KO, but still better win for QLASH because they killed a higher level Pokemon. They KO'd a higher level Pokemon. 181. TTV has yet to score a single point. They have yet to score a single point. And he might be caught again, but he's Sableye, so Shadow Sneak and we out. 20 seconds for bot objective, 17 for top. Which team? It looks like everyone's going to rotate towards bot goal right here. They want the Reggie. Looks like both teams want the Reggie, but we don't have Tyranitar Unite yet. Tempo's just buying time. Dodu is so annoying, and Lutano's just going to die. Has no chance of doing anything. Indy is very, very deep, gets Vortec, and the Vortec actually great counter to Sableye. But he's going to get away. He makes it to both berries, steals them away. Is still invisible somehow. Confuse Rays the Mamoswine. I think he's going to make it out alive. Sableye is so ridiculous. Great play by Indy there. Getting away with some insane things. And Regice is dropping very low. Who's going to claim this one? It goes over to Urshifu. So TTV make the comeback now. They get 1 KO as well on the Glaceon. They're going to kill Mamoswine too. Stark, I don't think, is going to make it out alive. Retsu charging up the big blow, and he's going to take this KO. That's 2. Pikachu Unite is here. Ota's dropping very, very low. So is Sakrak. But they're still living right now. They're focus band, so keeping them alive. Wigglytuff Unite is not enough. Maybe to keep someone alive. It was kind of useless, actually. That was the last time you could probably use it. Okay, wait. 9 hits goes down. Sableye is also down. Retsu's very, very low. Enemy zones right here. Mamoswine is back. Big blow. Does hit Glaceon, but he's stuck in the Flux Zone. He's gonna fall. Lutano with a Sandtomb out, and they still have 0 points scored. Missing the Dark Pulse, but the wave is here. And he's gonna get Wigglytuff. Can he find more? Dark Pulse is there. No, he falls as well. Lutano gets KO'd. Indy's already back alive, but will tackle again. This will tackle seems so strong against Sableye. Double KO for Glaceon. Zakrak is also gonna fall. Another Icy Wind. And man, QLASH just having so many close calls. And Otta's also gonna fall. They're gonna score 40 points right here unless Sableye makes it back in time, but he doesn't. Can maybe KO the Pikachu at least. Dark Pulse is here. And Lutano should be able to get this KO. No, he doesn't. The Volt Tackle is enough. And Pikachu has Unite Move again. And Lutano's 1 HP. Is he gonna get chased down? Indy falls. Oh my god. What an insane game by QLASH so far. What an insane game. Still 0 points for TTV. 0. 7 minutes into the match. That is unheard of. We have another Reggie spawning bot. We have Regieleki on top. And QLASH is looking for the Regieleki now. Glaceon, Mamoswine, I'm going to start it. And TTV is looking for the rotation though. There's the Dark Pulse and Sandtomb jump in. But not enough. Regieleki is falling, and Indy is dead again. Sableye not having good games so far. Having a very hard time to getting value. Regieleki is going to fall, and they get it. TTV at least getting the objective. Up top. They only, 221 points can be very far over, right? Or very fast over. 1 Rayquaza, and this league could just be done. But still, that's insane. They hold 0 points until Rayquaza spawned. Mamoswine going in, but he's 1v5. I don't know what he's doing. He's jackbutting in. He's completely down, but he knocks up 3 characters. And now QLASH, the rest is here. They're going to claim 1. Sableye is dead. Can they claim more? Now Lutano's going to be very, very hard to KO. What is that? Urshifu Unite. He just knocks Wigglytuff into his enemy team. Doesn't really get any KOs done. He falls. 3 are dead for TTV. Lutano on the backside into Pikachu, but the Woodtaker gets Yang away from Lutano. The Dark Pulse is there. 1 HP on Yang, and he doesn't find the KO. Oh my god, Lutano's going to fall to the Icy Wind. Indy is back alive now. They still have 130. QLASH could not score points, but they KO'd them. But honestly, they are respawning already again, so it's going to be a second fight. For TTV. Game is not over yet. Game is not over. QLASH defending both of their goals a tiny bit as well. I don't know why Retsu just Unite moved really tough away instead of KOing him. Indy gets Vortec it again. This Vortec is so effective. Oh my god, and now Breakfast is getting flipped by TTV. Could this be a 0 score? Oh my god, they're gonna wipe. They lose Rayquaza, they're wiping. What a game. What? QLASH is gonna get away with a perfect game. TTV just got perfect gamed in match number 1. Unbelievable. 621 points for QLASH. And there's the surrender vote. Not scoring a single point. That is crazy. Zero points. Wow. QLASH with one of the most dominating wins I've seen in a long time in the first match. Let's see if they can keep it up. Draft for game number 2 is Sableye, Ninetales, Snorlax, Gardevoir, and Lucario for TTV. And for QLASH, we have Dodrio, Mamo, Wigglytuff, Pikachu, and Glaceon. So, wait, exactly the same team comp for QLASH, but TTV now having a few different Pokemon. So again, the Voltec and Pikachu. And besides that, TTV's comp also, we have Zakrak back on the Snorlax. No healer on either sides. Yeah, no healer Pokemon. Just a Wigglytuff and Sableye as the support Pokemon, which are not really a support Pokemon. Utano on the Gardevoir. And yeah, QLASH is sticking to, I mean, they just stomped very hard, so why would they change team comp? Let's see if they can run it back. And game number 2 is starting. Do we have Indy invading this time? Or is he gonna just help jungle again? I think this time he's just zooming over. The Sableye is zooming over to the left side. Straight up. Wigglytuff is gonna try to just follow Sableye again. Gets spotted out now with the mark above Wigglytuff's head. And Indy is just gonna abandon. Because why not? You know, don't have to force it too much. Just gonna see and waste the enemy's time as well. He just gets the last hit right here. Away from Tempo. Who's gonna be a bit sad on the bird. Meanwhile, we have Redster already going for these last hits. He's probably gonna play Power Punch, Close Combat Lucario. He likes playing this bit a lot. And Otter's top side with the red buff. They're gonna lock up Wigglytuff. They already scored more points than last game. We already have 11 points this time. For TTV. Thanks to Lucario being able to score whenever he wants to early game. Without any worries. We have Lutano now clearing the jungle. As Weste picking up the bottom buff. And making it back to bot lane. We see so much more jungle splitting and competitive play now. It just is so much faster for 2 people to clear jungle. It's just not something you can't really do in solo queue, because it's too hard to communicate. Otherwise, jungle splitting in solo queue would also be quite good, depending on which Pokemon it is. If it's a Syndace and Greninja, jungle splitting is probably not too great. But if you have like an Eevee and something else that needs early power spikes, you know, both clearing a buff and then going towards the other side would work. But just, you can't communicate this in solo queue. It's impossible. Indy sneaking towards bot side. Looking for an auto attack maybe. And Shadow Sneak finds it on 2. I think this could be the Dodrio going down, yes. But same for the Snorlax. They trade 1 for 1. Electro Ball of Pikachu is enough to kill Zakrak. And they're looking for a push now. Electro lands, right? This is our like Miculia is dropping Lupa super low and Lutano forwards. This Pikachu has been so annoying for TTV to deal with. And the Glaceon. It's just so much damage you can't dodge, right? Icy Vent, Volt Tackle, and Electro Ball is all things you literally can't dodge. It's all point and click, and they're struggling. Sonic is locked out by the Veil. Gleam as well lands on it. Stunned. Wigglytuff's gonna maybe fall right here, but they're just turning it back onto Otter. And Otter does the eject button, makes it to the goal alive, and they pick up 1 KO. Now Power Punch lands onto Tempo. Dodrio falls. 2 KOs for TTV in a 2v3 scenario. Nicely done by them on top side. But already 85 points again for QLASH. Already 85 points. Next Ataria spawn is happening. Retsu is very strong looking. Almost level 8 already. Highest level in the game with the other rest. He's actually level 8 now. Yeah, he's the highest level in the match. On Lucario. Indy rotating back towards bot. They're just leaving Ninetales top. And we always see Reggie fights for bot lane now happening in pro games. Everyone is just prioritizing the bottom Reggies because there's still global experience. And they just help you fight, right? Regice is great, Reggie Steal is great. You just do more damage, or you just are tankier for the next few minutes, so why not? And they're going for Regice. Lutano with the Psyshock Psychic build, I like it a lot as well. My current favorite Gardevoir build. And Indy dies with Dodrio. Not having a good series so far in the Sableye. Gets picked off quite often. Dodrio on the backline again, being just annoying. And Otter might just fall. He Icy Wind is there. Yeah, he does. Who's gonna get Reggie Ice to close combat? And Lucario gets him with a close combat. Now the fight is breaking out. Mamoswine goes down by the power punch, peeling for Lutano. On the backside, we have Zakrak also falling. He has to be careful, but he Icy Winds away from the power punch. Anemo looking now for Retsu, who has to Unite move into a close combat. Icy Wind is also just doing so much damage on the backside. Otto's back alive, looking for something, and this fight is still happening. Lutano falls asleep to the thing. Otter can't find a KO, but Wigglytuff does fall in the end. Power punch lands. 9 hits, claims this KO. And this game is already a lot of action happening. Bottom objective is still up, but neither team is going for the close combo. Lands on the Ataria. Power punch should be getting it, and yes, he does. Power punch is over to the right side to safety as well at the same time. Always easy to get last hits with this method. Zakrak was looking for a block, but couldn't quite find it, and it's dropping quite low. Has the heavy slam back to his goal. Makes it to safety. Otter rotating top, looking for the auto attacks. Indy on the side. And Tempo's jumping in. Has to be careful. He already used his agility, but makes it away from before he gets Shadow Sneak auto attack. And oh my god, Tempo just murdering Zakrak. Otter eject buttoning with the Unite move, but he falls asleep instantly from the Wigglytuff. And Wigglytuff Unite is also there to counter all of the damage 9 hits is doing. That's 1 KO, that's 2 KOs, that's 3 KOs for QLASH on top side. And he trying to maybe buy time for Snorlax. Does Unite move and hits 3. They're all porting back to base. They're all porting back to base and they can't push this goal anymore. I mean, that is just great. Good defense. That's what it means to be a supporter, right? You just support goals. Of them port back to base. Indy engaging Doji right here, but already dropping super low again. Lucario is dropping also low, has his focus band procced, high house powers there, and Retsu gets Voltec it and dies. Man, this Voltec Icy Wind is so annoying to play against. Just keeps on getting KOs over and over again. We have a Reggie, what is it on bot? What is it? I couldn't see it yet. Camera, where is it? What are they doing? I can't see it. Mamoswine going in now, looking for maybe the last hit. I still can't see what it is. It's a steal. And Indy's gonna claim it for TTV. They also get Mamoswine. Heavy slam, eject button goes in into instant Unite move. Snorlax knocking up 2 with his Unite. Yang is gonna fall. Pikachu finally dies. TTV is gonna be happy about this. No more void tackling for the next few minutes until he's back alive. And they're gonna score a lot of points right here. Closing the gap in points. That's a 13 in overcap. Otter eject buttons away from the Wigglytuff thing. Mamoswine Unite is there as well. Counter Unite moving for the 9 hits, and they get 2 KOs. Mamoswine, Wigglytuff both fall. Not enough damage on those tanks to claim a KO. And TTV back in this game completely now. Only 40 points behind. And actually, Lutano's gonna get this KO, get this last hit. But Dodrio does Unite move, and now Indy getting revenge, killing the Dodrio on his escape route. Yeah, I see even Glaceon is just... It's so dumb of a build. Same for Voltec. There we go again. You just can't dodge it, right? You have to be so careful not to walk up against it. If one of those things connect, you're just kind of dead. And it happened to Indy again. Regieleki is dropping low under half HP already. Heavy Slam goes in. Blocks the Glaceon into a wall, but he just makes it across. But nice power punch by Retsu. Claims the Regieleki. Zakrak jumping in again. Just jumping in on cooldown. Indy finding a confuser on Dodrio. But Dodrio makes it out away. And now Lutano looking for Unite move. Hitting 3 on the goal. Into Psychic, Psyshock. They only find 1. Only Wigglytuff is dead for now. Retsu also falls. It's only 1 for 1. But Dodrio goes back. Gets taken down as well. Zakrak is dropping super low. That's 3 down for QLASH. 4 down for QLASH. And 2 for TTV. And TTV takes this teamfight win. With Regieleki. 48 overcap for Lutano. And now TTV is right in the lead, right before Rayquaza. 247 to 191 points. We have Otter picking up red buff. Already almost level 14 on this 9-tails, so he's going to deal a lot of damage. Lutano's going to pick up blue buff. More Psyshocks, more Psykicks. Blue buff is great on God of War. Especially with the inbuilt CDR you get. Cooldown reduction from Psyshocking targets. Dodrio's jumping very deep. Has the agility inside Unite move and he one-shots 9-tails. Wonderfully played by the Dodrio. Perfect mechanics there on the backside. And he's also going to fall maybe to the Icicle Crash. Yeah, he does. That's 2 KOs for QLASH. Zakrak has to buy time, jumps in, has the block, gets Vortec, and really tough Unite to counter it and make sure that Glaceon keeps being alive. God of War on top now. What is Lutano doing? Lutano finds 1 KO, very important. But still 1 for 1 in the end. 3 are still down for TTV. We have 9-tails respawning. We have Sableye respawning. Sonic running to top. He's going to try and score 80 points, and I think he's going to succeed. Zakrak scoring 54. Retsu can't stop top in time, and now we have a still point lead for TTV, just barely. Retsu is getting Sing. He's forced asleep. Does he have Power Punch to go out? Yes, he does. Makes it to his team. The focus band keeps him alive. Tempo's dropping super, super low. Slows the Wigglytuff. Another focus band is there. Otter jumping over the wall with the Veil. Auto takes the Pikachu. One more Void Tackle, and he might just fall. He has to be careful. Yes, he jackpots instantly away. Indy on the backside now with the Confuse Ray. He drops invisible. Oh my god, he barely gets away with the invisibility. 43 seconds left. Zakrak looking for more points, and so is the Dodrio. But 9-tails is aware. Zakrak just trying to buy time on top now, but he might just fall. Heavy slams away. He also has focus bent up. And now we have Rayquaza going down. We have TTV going for it. They have Lucario Unite, they have God of War Unite, they're all using it on it, and God of War gets it. They still have 2-3 Unite moves left, and they just burst on Rayquaza. Lutano hits the Glaceon, and that's going to be game number 2. TTV just using their Unite moves on Rayquaza, and they claim it. My god, that was chaotic late game. But well played by TTV in the end. Very close game in general. And they take game 2 and give us a game number 3. Some damage numbers, 72,000 on Lutano, 82,000 on Glaceon. Both mages top damaging for their teams. Draft for game number 3, we have TTV with a Dragon Knight, Lucario, Snorlax, Mew, and Sableye. Bit of weird damage for the team comp. And QLASH, the same thing again. They just go for the same, but banning the God of War. They just play the same team comp. All 3 matches in a row. Alright, I mean, why not? They're still having great games, so it's a very annoying team comp to play against. So you have this time Lutano on Dragon Knight. Lutano on the Dragon Knight. Anything else? Muscle, Scope, Focus, so very standard build for Dragon Knight. Most head items look pretty normal across the board. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. Still a good amount of body barriers too. 4 in total. And we're heading into game number 3. Who's going to join the Brazilian team in the grand final? Is it going to be another South American team for a South American grand final, or is it going to be TTV from North America joining the Brazilian team? As I said, same team comp on QLASH. Not making any changes, but they can still make changes in their gameplay, of course. Maybe you have different laning. Just because you have the same Pokemon doesn't mean you have to play this game in the same way, right? But Mamoswine and Pikachu still walking bot. Wigglytuff and Dodrio still walking top. And Dodrio taking a buff. Indy looking for the invade, but again, Wigglytuff is just always there. So this time we're just looking for maybe some last hits. Indy scouting our top side. Retsu looking for the Toy. It's going to claim it. Can he actually score 8 points right here? Is it enough against the Wigglytuff? Yes. No, wait, the slaps are there? Oh, he pushes it away with the Meteor Mash and gets the last hit or the score done quite easily. Next Trick Attack's going to get this Bunny as well. Or is he? Yes, he does. Barely, actually. I was quite close. Gets the last hit. 5 more points go in. This Wigglytuff is so annoying. Glaceon joining bot on level 4. And we have Lutano rotating top with the Dragonair. So 2v3 on top, 3v2 on bot. Both teams looking for a different lane to gank. But you don't really want to be too aggressive early game with the Dragonair. You really want to get to Dragon Knight as fast as possible. So you take the way where you get more experience. So probably top is safer. But Tempo could still maybe do something right here. Dodrio is so strong in this early game, you can already see the damage. One try to take boosted auto take Lucario Dragonair, drop to under half HP almost. So they have to be very, very careful. Even with more people up here. It's very good for them that Wigglytuff did not get level 4. With a Sing, it could have probably been some KOs. Even outnumbered. And now we have an invade happening, but Wrap-Up is already gone. QLASH already picking up quite early. And Indy can't really find too much Shadow Sneak is there. But he's getting chased down. Auto tech, tempo. Can he find Indy? I think he can probably. If he just stays next to him. Yeah, there we go. That rip-off is there. Really tough eject buttoning over. And tempo claiming the KO on the Sableye. Zakrak has the eject button away. Electro Ball follows Otter. Now this time we have Otter on Mew. Played 9 hits before. Tempo, he's getting eject button. Oh, nice heavy slam by Zakrak. Lutano claiming this KO. Animo. Can he find Zakrak? There's no way, right? Zakrak's gonna take one berry maybe. Is there even a berry? And top lane, we have a KO. 4-man rotation from TTV to top. And they all gonna score love points right here. And also get Wigglytuff on top of it. 30 seconds for the objectives to spawn. And Retsu again, very high level on this Lucario. Just on top lane being left alone. Zakrak is way too deep. In a 1v3 scenario, goes down. But now TTV is here. Eject button from Mamoswine. Doesn't really do anything. There's the close combat. Glaceon Unite is happening already. But he can't really do much with it. So they actually get a free Unite move out of the Glaceon. That's going to be huge for this teamfight on bot side. But Lutano is actually staying top. So their last hitting is top. But they still have a Power Punch. Power Punch, Solar Beam of Mew, all good last hits for objectives as well. Even though I think Solar Beam of Mew is not necessarily a guaranteed last hit, right? Because it like damages over time or in waves. But we have the Power Punch. But he can get stunned out of it, but he doesn't. He finds it. Reggie goes over to TTV. Close combat also kills the Mamoswine. And Animo taking so much damage from the Electro Ball of Mew. But makes it back to the goal just in time. We have Dodrio being behind enemy lines. Could the camera show it, please? I'm not happy with the spectating of this, I'm gonna be honest. Dodrio does fall. Couldn't make it through the enemy jungle out alive. And now we see a rotation towards top, leaving Mew on bot to farm. Indy finding a nice confused range to another auto tech, and that is Sableye. Gets a pick off there. Auto tech out of Invis into confused ray, turns back invisible. Another auto tech, and you pretty much stun for 4 seconds. Nothing you can do about it unless you have full heal. Good pick off, because now they get a free Regieleki. They have Dragonite Unite, which doesn't really have much impact. They have Lucario Unite, can look for something, but Tempo's looking for a KO onto Sableye, and actually I see when Glaceon's gonna pick it up. Will take it, flies onto Zakrak. Pikachu has to use the Night Move, but the eject button's back to make sure that Regieleki doesn't go into the goal. So maybe he didn't have to Unite Move there, but just in case. And then eject buttons to the Regieleki to stop it from advancing. Not sure if anyone else could have made it in time, so I think that's totally fine. Retsu guarding top, and Dodrio is going to face check any moment now into him. Power Punch lands onto Dodrio. He's under half HP, but he makes it out with about 20% HP. And makes it out alive. Down on bot now. Yang? He actually gets... It's funny seeing a Pikachu die to just auto-take stuns that can't be dodged. Honestly, that's just feels good. But Indy's also going to fall again. Gets locked up trying to score points. We have Zakrak just sneaking up on top and scoring 30 points on himself. Or by himself. And now we have bottom. Reggie is spawning. Which one is it? I can't see it. The minimap doesn't show it. Neither does the spectator, apparently. Ice Fang lands on Lucario. Actually, I just realized you have an Ice Fang. I feel like Ice Fang is so weird in late game teamfights. He jumps in again onto Lutano. But he just gets hyper beamed. Has a small sheet from his Unite move. Pikachu also Unite moving with the Buddy Berry. Keep Mamoswine alive. But it's not going to be enough. It's a 1-for-1. The Lucario also falls, which is a good trade for QLASH. Trading Mamo for Lucario. And they also jump out to Dragonite. Lutano falls. And he's going to get locked up by the Sing. He's still invisible and he's going to make it out alive. Boosted auto tech lands onto Wigglytuff from the Mew. But it's not enough damage. Dodrio diving in deep with a Unite move. Gets feared by Sableye. Is still looking for Mew. And Mew actually dies. Gets slapped by Wigglytuff. Another KO for QLASH. Another KO for QLASH. Dodrio is going to pick up himself a KO. Wigglytuff is also super low though. Dragonite is now back, flying back in. Gets pushed by the high horsepower. Power Punch is getting charged. Does he have close combat up? Yes, he does. He dodges the Volt Tackle with it. Retsu's dropping super low. There's the Focus Band. And now Lutano is still fighting. 1v3 scenario. Triple KO for the Dodrio. Another Dragon Dance lands. Sableye picks up the Pikachu. Can Indy find the KO? But it's the boost auto attack on Dodrio and they get the KO. What is happening? What is this team fight? Reggie is meanwhile still chilling on bot. And they're going to start picking up with the Hyper Beam now. There we go, Lutano. Hyper Beam gets the Veg Eyes for TTV. Solar Beam flies through, uses agility to relocate it. And man, 1 minute left until Rayquaza. Game is still super, super close. We have Lutano level 12, Redstone Lucario level 12, Dodrio for QLASH is level 12, who is then absolutely menace, this Dodrio. Very, very hard to deal with for TTV. Oh my, Regieleki is up. Last objective before Rayquaza. After that, there will be nothing else but Ray. And we have slow rotations towards top, but we see Zakrak. It's just always trying to score points. There we go. 40 maybe go in. Can they stop it in time? I think they, no, they couldn't. 40 go in. Or Tempo with a nice KO. Onto the Sableye. Zakrak does score 40 points and dies for totally worth it. A Snorlax dying at this point in the game is meaningless, so for sure very worth it. The bans were Gardevoir and Blissey. Those were the 2 bans. 10 seconds for Ray. What is Ray gonna do this match? Mamoswine already getting engaged on. Heavy Slam lands. Another Fear. Gets pushed into the wall. And Lutano's on the chase. Has the red buff up. And Mamoswine has to Unite move. In a 1v3 scenario, it's a complete race now. Full heal gets used by Lutano to dodge some of the stuns. And they get a free Mamoswine Unite. QLASH Tempo is jumping in. Zakrak has the eject button away. Sadly has to use it passively instead of aggressively now, which is gonna suck for him. He would like to use it aggressively with a heavy slam eject button onto someone, but he has to live for now. Because this Dodrio is just being so annoying as well again. He has to recall. There's the heavy slam, but the Solar Beam is just not in time. He has the agility and full heal with a boosted auto attack and gains slow of distance. And he is chasing the Wigglytuff, but it's not going to be able to KO it. But he's going to just be annoying and buying some time for his team. He still have a point lead for TTV. So QLASH still has to do something. 115 left. And Rayquaza still at full HP. Both teams don't really have good Rayquaza damage. I mean, there's Glaceon and that's about it. So TTV just has to defend and look for KOs. I don't think they can do Rayquaza. But they have Dragonite. Maybe Dragonite can do it decently fast. Or a nice Solar Beam hitting too with a boosted auto attack. They're now jumping in. Heavy Slam is there. Block goes onto Wigglytuff, who gets jumped into the wall. Backside, we have the Dodrio again, and this have to peer for the Dodrio. They have to somehow deal with it. Zakrak lives on 1 HP. Auto outside the eject button away. Also, Belly lives. Agility, Solar Beam. Hits the Wigglytuff. We have Lutano on the backside. He's literally alone. Has to Unite move. Flies back up. 2 are down on the side of QLASH. Wigglytuff Unite lands. They get 1. They get Sableye. Lutano gets knocked out by the Sing. But the Power Punch is able to stop Dodrio for now. But there's the Unite move. Can he find some KOs through the Hyper Beam lands? And Dodrio gets the KO on Dragonite. 3 are dead for QLASH. 3 are dead for TTV. Anemo is 1 HP. Can you finish him off? No, he can't. But Snorlax does. Snorlax finishes him off. And now we have Dodrio scoring top. And wait, is that going to be game? Can he reach him in time? He can't. Wait. Couldn't he just auto-attack? What just happened? What a team fight. 4 go down for QLASH, 4 go down for TTV. Zakrak and Dodrio both score points. Couldn't he? Oh my, what just happened? They were ahead after Dodrio scoring. They just had to try and stop Snorlax. No way, right? If he just... Oh, wow. And TTV takes the win in an insane late game. And they move towards the grand final. I have to watch that again. Let's watch it one more time. He just had to auto-attack. I think. No way. No way. Wow, that is... Oh my. That is insanely close. Not time to auto-attack, but auto-attack would be the fastest or not? Wood-attack needs travel time. Your night move also needs time, and I think auto-attacking was the best chance or not? He had. Auto-attack was the best chance he had. He has also very long auto-attack range on Pikachu. Yeah, he just hit the auto-attack. I'm pretty sure he would have had it. But anyways, these mistakes happen. I don't know. We can't tell. Maybe it was still not enough anyways. But that is... What a close end. And Zakrak is able to claim his team the win in the semifinal. Wow.